presence inside of the apartments itself. It is Momo fighting first, and Rox hits the headshot. Momo down. Shigzola able to realize how many players are there, but he goes back in for the mid pick and loses his life to Max. Rox now drops down from the balcony, leaps into the arms of Spongy, who gets a lot done on the double. His teammate Swan elsewhere has found a kill, and we're at a 2v2.
Need to scoop this bomb up. The kit has been picked on up here by Swan with the smoke as well. Another shot coming on. Pluto taking down DGT, and Lucan, well, the last man standing with the P250. Looks like he's been accounted for here up in the library. Pluto should be good for this.
Lucan slipped his way through the library. Oh, Pluto turns back. His gravitation. Also got one here from Matthew. Say good morning from Cedar Pond, Texas. Good morning. Yeehaw!
Well, the Cowboys over towards the B-bomb side are having a time of things here. 3v3. M4 in the kit on Mr. Spongy is why this still seems a little bit threatening. The bomb will be planted behind the fountain. Need to get down before the smoke start to fade. Max punching the digits. Momo trying to pester is coming through. Is Spongy found by Lucan. And that should now be the round. The nade.
Ooh, he's gone looking for another pick around the corner. Momo. The P250 could drop the AK, but okay, no problem dealing with that. And on position here to try and get onto the site with no utility and still have to deal with this pit and site setup. It's going to be so difficult to crack open, but Shigzola eventually taken down. Spongy having to fight on different angles, but he can cover himself off. He will manage another before going down to the hands of DGT.
Has to plant.
He has to plant now, and Rock stepping up, at least buying him some extra time. Plant confirmed. Now Pluto looking to really be the god of the underworld, but can't quite
explode. And in.
Shigzola actually gets away with a deagle headshot through the smoke. Swan also getting one onto DGT, so 9Z being handed a huge blow right away. And Shigzola is close to it. Nearly connects onto Looking with enough damage to bring him down.
Oh, they can give this retake a crack, but they have to make sure they don't overcommit the AWP. More damage done for Shigzola. I'm about
so
halfway gone
now.
here.
Yeah, it feels like if you're Bad News Bears in this position, you've taken 2 early kills. You definitely want to try and go for something here. And Shigzola swings into the fight. Hasn't worked out at the time. There's just not enough of it now. It's really starting to take too far gone, but they're going to go. Now they go into the fight. Rock looking to beat to Shigzola, Spongy, and Pluto, taking a couple down. The initial attack forward for 9Z has not reaped too much success, so now they're turning it back into the play at A, and Swan is holding from alongside of the AWP. Spongy actually gets removed from pit with a good nade setup to force him away from that in the smoke.
They should
does give Swan
here.
some
Get
ground, but they have to get the plant to get that extra money. And now the wrap-up short coming in. David, fight for one. Max able to get another, but as you would expect. So even then, for 9Z at 30 seconds, a lot of work to be done, a lot of upheaval, and Shigzola and Spongy going to be finding themselves a couple of kills between each other. And again, this site and pits combo, it's so hard to break apart this setup, and you don't have much time at all. You just have to go. You just have to hope for an absolute miracle. Now you have to start thinking about the plans, and well, the bomb is now loose. DGT will be caught by that quick short flying. Can 9...
I get reported time and time again, I suppose. Well, this aggression, it's going to keep on coming. Spongy and Shake out the window.
Wow.
Raining down bullets of terror. They're out, they're quick, it's going to be fast.
Very fast. Swan putting a stop to most of it. Again, Shigzola playing for the site itself. The rifle's good enough, but David is doubled up, and DGT out of nowhere collects the headshot onto the site player, Shigzola. So Pluto and Momo, the duo that play B, having to come back in for the A retake this time.
Incendiary burnt already, there's a smoke in play as well, and that is beautiful stuff there from Momo.
All right, burns away the feed of DGT. Now David takes up position at Graveyard.
That's good retake utility here.
It's fantastic, and it's buying time as well, and it's wrapping them around short. They're focused, fixated, in fact, upon the long play. David's in a good spot here, though. But Rox, not so much. David, if he gets the right peak time in here, because of the amount of time, he gets the information.
Pluto!
His head gone. Pluto now, well, he's down. It's on Momo to try and close out against Rox, and he's hit the headshot.
Find the bomb. He's got to
picks up a cubby. He actually used the distraction of his teammate last round. He's an impact. From alongside, it is just one this time for Looking. Gets traded out by Pluto, and this time there is no one single push-up B, so the CTs are charging their way down Banana, but in the meantime, it's DGT holding on strong to the site. 8 seconds, bomb loose, needs to get into the site. Just enough time to lock that in. And a shot here for Bad News Bears. The nade goes towards the back of the site, but they're both committed inside of the site itself. all the remaining forces coming in from short. Spongy tries his best, and now down to the 1 versus 2. Spongy trying to make it happen, but Max will take it. Very low buy here for Bad News Bears. Should be shredded as DGT looks to charge down mid. Momo out of the fray. Swan swings, but DGT, even while perpetually blinded, is still able to take everybody down. And it's looking to be flawless here. No problem. Spongy tries to prevent the clean sheet, but can't do so. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to look to Rox their world. Holding on, smoke fades away. Rox only good for 1. DGT also removes Pluto. A couple of kills have come in back and forth, but nonetheless it is better here for 9Z in terms of the player count. But Bad News Bears into the site with just enough time will happily put that bomb down. Ooh, Momo.
They can win this. Swan's in a power position here.
They're doubled up, so they're changing the elevation. They're doubling up at the coffins, and now they come around. 2 plays in this position. It's so hard to clear this one out. They have to somehow get through him with an AWP on the other side of things. It's not the weapon you can really double swing with effectively, and now they're getting absolutely mowed down by Momo. He turns, he'll find it.
Smoke, and they need the go-go.
Good kill from Lukin. To peek out, second for him now, and this is maybe the confidence builder you like to see. Lukin picking up 3, no problem.
You got what you wanted.
I did, finally.
You happy with it now?
Yeah, he will shit into existence. You don't ask, you don't get.
Pluto is coming their way. Flash forward, finds take, and steps on out. DGT with 1, and Max is going to grab the second. This long push has been stopped in its tracks.
Well, the peek out, David. Remove Sheikh Zula. Now we're down to Spongy and Momo to try and make this one happen. 9Z pushing towards 13. And Spongy holds the edge of the smoke. As it begins to fade away, he'll drop into pit, giving himself more cover to play with. And did actually spot one out towards long. His teammates joining him on short here, Momo. David, good isolation of the fight to pit. Headshot connects right between the eyes. Now the swing out from Momo. Remove David, goes in for the follow-up, and DGT just best to
pushed here. They know the AWP's on B. Defensive flashes coming on in to save the day, but here they come.
9Z have done good at just, actually nearly get caught in transition towards the back of the side, but Max has fallen all the way back into CT, and finally the smoke comes up, but it was a little late, so it allows Max to help his teammates out. Shigzel and Swan make it a bit dangerous, forcing Max back from his initial position, but he just changes it up, and this time comes away with a pick on Momo. That's 30 kills now locked in for Max.
I love the confidence. He's been so dynamic. He's just dropped the flash, said, send me in again, boss man. I want to do it one more time.
He's got the smoke ready, flashed. Held back, throws 1 smoke down to try and delay, but his teammate, he's actually going to go through. Max just swings with it, they line up, Max has got a couple more, and he goes back, finally runs out of ammo, but the damage is already done. And it looks like it's bad news for the Bears unless Swan can pull out the 1v3. Locks in the digits, looking to put forward, missed shot. But Swan has to deal with the banana play, and DGT will close 16-11 victory.
There's the smokes, middle of sight and heaven.
Yeah, well, Rock's looking to play just to try and distract, trying to pull the attention away from the barrel so they don't check the second player. David in position at the ready, they're going to run on by. They have absolutely no idea he's behind, and he has executed 2, nearly gets away with a 3rd. Momo trades it out at least and keeps it within touching distance here for the Bad News Bears.
If you're David, you hope you've done enough right now. Your team needs to get into this retake. Max is low, bomb is down and ticking.
Well, that's the kill on Momo. The low player removed. Remember, they have got a player from heaven and 2 coming down through lower side at CT. Pluto and Shigzola need to dig deep. They need to pull off this post line and get a good start here in overpass. Pluto's looking up towards heaven, now swing out to the left side. Looking to hit the headshot, down to just Pluto, holding it. DGT applying some pressure, needs to wrap around the site, and Pluto, he's just dancing with it, drawing the time. DGT to the headshot, but is there time forward? He's going to hold it, realizes there's not, and is now wide open. He's got his chance. Shigzola, Spongy, they're in such terrible positions with the flank coming in. Max has taken 1 life, couldn't quite force it out of Shigzola, but now the play towards B has to come in. 15 seconds left, and it's getting shut down. Stopped in its tracks, but still somewhat doable up until the final moments, and Swan hits the deck dead. Swings out again, second time, won't miss. Goes back to look to divider. Bomb now loose in the open in the bathrooms. And now Max, he's looking to see if he can get a vantage point on that, but he can't. So the swing out in towards him. Momo goes alone, and there's no trades here for Bad News Bears. There's not even a chance to trade out. It's clean for 9Z at the moment. And they're looking to just lock down this round. 30 seconds left. They go right into Lukin yet again. Swan, nice shot. Flicks out into the wall, Lukin removed, but I feel like that's the only W you're going to take in this round. A little bit of style points on the way out the door.
Well, maybe they do it again with a lighter buy. Why not? They've done it once.
Could do that.
They will be able to afford here, no dramas. Momo, Spongy Obviously, the likes of Sheikh Zula here will all be in that range.
Yeah, Op's not getting saved though, it's gone.
Yeah.
Flemish, Belgium.
All right, well, we'll check back in because this one here is a 4-on-4. Let's see if they get another kill back. Actually, there's a gap that's been pipped here. Momo's made it into the backline. Momo's made it behind. Momo's found another big kill.
Okay, suddenly an opportunity
Oh,
here.
Momo!
Momo's having a moment, and now it's just one player left. It's Rox going back up through connector. Sheikh Zula holds it. Oh, it is just going to be easy in the end. Looking is going to peer down into mid and ends up getting overrun by Momo. Great flash to put him in an uncomfortable position, but now we have to look to DGT. And from this close corner, Momo will clear him out and now have the sight for Bad News Bears.
Yeah, this should be done now. David and Rox going to try and retake in a 2-on-4 situation. Well, Rox is up. He's found a fight. Spongy just staying alive at Divider, dancing with him and doing a diligent job of exactly that. But Rox will find the headshot. They need to accelerate the pace here. Swan taking down David and just the one man standing. Rox in a 1-on-3. This one ain't for me.
I like how they commit to the fight on stairs, realizing the flank was coming in. Decide to make sure that the fight only has to be on one side. And we'll to see what he can find on the way out the door. But you said 7 rounds, Sportpath now live. And well, we have got a T-sided approach to Monster, and Pluto's going to try and swing and deal with that. Looking, hits the headshot immediately. Pluto down, into the underworld he goes. And now Sheikh Zilla behind the smoke. At top, Heaven actually gets away with a shot. That's ridiculous.
Oh, there's a chance now. Spongy with a smoke and Sheikh Zula with one as well. They can deploy these for the retake, boosting up towards the heavens. They need to be tidy about this. DGT seems to want elevated time and time again. And look at this vantage point.
Sheikh Zilla's moving forward into the mix. He goes. DGT pulls the knife and Sheikh Zilla will track him for the headshot. It is now becoming very difficult to see a world in which 9Z hold on to this site. Just Max life, clock in hand, and well, he's not going to show us more than average. He's taken 2 and ends up going down.
Peace.
Swings into the fight is one. On towards Max, looking able to draw one back. DGT. Back and forth, but the 5-7 of Spongy ignites for 2, finally removed from the round at the hands of Lookin. Damage perhaps can be done here for Sheikh Zilla if he has the gap as they try and cross back to short, but
Swan's
luckily
flank.
David has gone back in towards Monster, and yes, Swan is now being watched though. Lookin has decided to look back, but can't best him. The M4A1S comes out on top of the Galil, and David now in the clutch. First to separate it into the 1v1s, and Sheikh Zilla with the head.
Molly, it is going to flush one out, and nade well placed up the stairs. Wow, that one, I don't think he intended for it to go that well. Oh, the liner!
Looking gets a little lucky and takes down 3 through the smoke. He begins to spam. Oh, not too far away actually from taking that one through the smoke itself. Pop flash the Mac 10 in. A little bit of money perhaps being set up for that Mac 10. But 10 to 10, Chad. 2 pistols picked up for Bad News Bears. Getting a little scary now.
Yeah, I think so. I'm curious to see what the purchase is going to look like in the next round. Ooh. It's on the B bomb site. Smoke, Heaven, flash,
boost.
Molly, barrel, and go.
Oh, the boost gets spotted. DGT ready for that. In the late rounds, the headshot connects. Luckily, Momo has got 1, make it 2 with a smart reposition. It's just figuring out where that A1S is. It's difficult sometimes to track it. Barrel spotted, position noted, but dealing with it becomes Lookin's task. 10 seconds left. Does not have enough time here. Does not have a lot of time to waste, but somehow he'll go over the top, get the pick, and now commits to the plant. Swan to the side on, pushes forward into the fight, and Lookin's got it done. Molly forces him into the fight. Momo nearly catches one. So unfortunate not to get a single kill from it. And the rest of the T side will collapse upon the defense. It will not hold water. And now Spongy, well, he's gone back in to see what's going on in here.
If he kept pushing, actually, maybe he could have got a timing onto this bomb, but, well, he does keep pushing through the sewer pipe into his demise, and it is just Swan, the final man. The final piece of the puzzle has been heard, has been noted. DGT will get... But you want to make sure that you're ready in the tunnel. It's a nose flash.
Okay, Spongy's going to be caught. Second flash is good, but it's the setup for Momo on the swing out. Spongy as well, getting the follow-up, and 9Z, they commit to the call. Max now needs to try and step up with something magic and looking into the 1v4.
I think a fundamental misunderstanding of how to use that nose flash correctly there, but Lucan, he's being good in the clutch. Can he do it again?
Puts the molly down into water. Flanky's reading it, but Pluto actually was able to get in towards the back of Divider. Flash comes through, but Swan has stopped looking from getting anywhere near the site. 28 seconds, 9Z starting to falter here. Looking very good for the Bad News Bears. Easy pickings, one by one. There was no real call there to go. Started the comeback perhaps for Bad News Bears.
Yeah, well, this will be 12 now, and as we mentioned, there's still plenty of money for a buy into the next round here, so it isn't the end of the world for 9Z. They have enough to potentially even buy out the rest of the half, because the loss bonus with every round they lose is going to start to grow. David doing some damage on the way out the door. Two kills for him.
Pluto holds to the right side. It's swing. It's one onto rocks. They're getting picked apart one by one, but looking, at least pulling something back. But 20 seconds left. Commitment to the plant from Max, this time on the other side of the dice box. This time he won't be removed, and Shake Solid goes into the fight and ends up going down, and now David closes! And just like that, the Bad News Bears are sent out of the American...